Good morning, Swami. How are you?
Good, thank you, Joe.
That's good. We've had a bit of a discussion prior to this, and we're going to discuss two topics. We're going to discuss love and conflict resolution, and we'll see if they're either going to be two podcasts or one big one. But we'll start off by me just asking the basic question, what is love?
It's an emotion. Is that
Good and bad?
Yeah, it's an emotion when it's matured. In yoga philosophy we call it bhakti. It is said that bhakti can melt a heart of stone.
Well, that's a good analogy. I like that. Are there different types of love?
Yeah, there are. There's physical love. There's lust, which is false love. There's love that you give through devotion. And then there is supreme love.
Explain supreme love a little bit more if you can, please, Simon. Just for the listeners.
Right. Well, supreme love, usually in yoga, you work your way up to supreme love because supreme love is your love of God. However you perceive God to be. Doesn't matter what your God is, your creator or your creator consciousness, if you like. A yogi works their way up, love and devotion to the guru, love and devotion to various practices, various penances, until they finally, that emotion of, which we call love, it matures to the point where you are so in love with universal consciousness. You love God with all your heart and all your soul, and you stand within that love. It's unconditional love.
That's quite good.
It's like you sacrifice yourself. You don't sacrifice. You're actually sacrificing your identity, who you are for God.
So it's a real pure
Yes.
type of love.
Yes.
What can someone do to experience or cultivate love in their life?
You have to start slowly.
Because some people, and the reason I've asked that question is some people, if there's two options, they always choose the negative one. So how do those type of people overcome the first reaction they've been created a habit from, to then say, okay, I'm going to look at this as from a pure love situation, or I'm going to look at this from a love situation versus, it's Joe again.
Yeah,
Why is he always arguing with me?
Look at it as positive.
That's good.
From a positive, then the love doesn't come into it then, because you're not going to want to love if you're all negative.
Yes, that's a really good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
How can one recover from the end of a relationship or heartbreak?
Well, an end of a relationship is a karmic end of a relationship. And think about it, you may not have really been in love in the first place. A lot of people think they're in love with someone, and it's really they're in love with a mirror image of themselves, and they try to make that other person into themselves.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Next question is love and duty connected? These are questions from other people too, so I should have mentioned that.
I think they are. I mean, it becomes a duty of care, isn't it, to somebody else?
Yes, actually, yes.
It's a duty of care, and that is a positive aspect, and it's a loving aspect. Because if you didn't like them, or I always think you have to like before you love.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So you have to think about it. If you didn't like that person, some people don't even like their husbands, and then they say they're in love with them. It's really difficult to quite understand that one.
Yeah.
But I think a duty of care is very positive. It's a very loving.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to answer that, I think.
Thank you.
Reflecting on your recent podcast of the Gunas, I wonder about the relationship between the gunas and the human experience of love. For example, the romantic idea of love being an expression of rajas and loving unconditionally being sattva, would this be correct?
To a certain amount, it is, but you have to remember that the gunas are the nature of things. Love is to do with the heart chakra, and love is an emotion.
Yes. So, on that, Swami, how can someone love unconditionally?
You have to slowly get there. I mean, I love God, otherwise I wouldn't sit here like this. I'd be
That's true.
doing something else. So, unconditional love is hard to attain and hard to hold on to, because you have to practice it every single day. That has to be your goal in life, is unconditional love. And not everyone, we usually want to put that unconditional love on our terms.
Yes, and then it doesn't become unconditional, does it?
It's not unconditional then.
That's
It's really amazing.
That's it.
And we talk then about a relationship. If you're in a relationship and you say, I love him or her, but they need to be better at such and such, and he doesn't do the right thing, or she does this. You're not in love.
It's not unconditional.
It's certainly not, and you're not even on the way to the unconditional love.
Yes.
Because you can't say, oh God, today I don't love you because, you've given me the flu.
Yeah.
It's your own fault, and you're physical. It doesn't matter. That you've got to go beyond all of that. Beyond any pain you might have, beyond everything, and just, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm yours.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So the next question from these people, is love an attitude?
I suppose so. Are you really in love, or are you just pretending?
Yeah, yeah.
Talking yourself into it.
And how can one differentiate between real love and the idea of love? So how do they know it's real love versus I want to be in love, or
Well, do you want to change the person?
Yeah, that's not real love then.
No. Take them for
the warts and
how
all.
they are. Yeah,
That's
everything.
right,
That's part of life.
But having said that though, some people are in love with the idea of
Love.
Love, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they always think, if I'm in love, I'm going to be happy and all
Yes.
this kind of stuff.
And
But in
everything's
actual
going
fact,
to be roses. And
yeah.
It's not.
No.
Life is not like that.
No, relationships are hard, love is hard.
Yes.
And being single, you could actually be quite happy and love life or love people and things, but you could be in a relationship and be miserable.
That's true.
Or vice versa. So Is there a limit to falling in or being in love? Is it predetermined who one falls in love with?
Here we go, on the destiny thing. I'm not a clairvoyant, but...
So I predicted that.
But there's a certain amount of karma comes into it. Otherwise, if you are meant to meet, you'll meet. If you're not, you won't.
So technically you shouldn't be really searching if it was supposed to be predestined, because they'll come in your path, whether it's at a restaurant or at a football club or a ground or something, you'll just meet that person.
That's right.
Yep, that makes sense. Is being in or experiencing love an experience we need on our spiritual journey?
Yes, you need to find love, physical love, to enable you to find that unconditional love, that love of God. You won't be able to find you won't understand the love of God.
Because it's a journey.
Yeah.
You're going through that journey.
Yes, you go through. You have to admit, it's a maturity of the soul. So the soul needs to mature to a certain extent, plus your ego, to be able to find that unconditional love.
I'm just going to touch on ego for 1 second, Swami. That comes up a lot in our podcasts. That must be a really important thing to control or to be empowered by. Like ego in a good way, not ego in a bad way, because people talk about, yeah, I'm the best of this and I'm the best of that. Sometimes you need to be a bit humble in things in life.
Humility is missing in
the ego.
Humility is missing in the world.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Can love heal? If so, how?
I think it can, but not being a healer as such. But I think, if you've had some really sad, maybe a spouse or a partner or whatever dies, and someone else comes along, and you find love with them as well, and a very nice relationship, that can heal that sadness. Because the heart chakra, when it can break, it can crack and break. And it needs to heal. You can't love if the heart chakra is damaged in any way.
So Swami, so when someone actually says, you broke my heart, that can be a literal feeling for that person. If
Yes.
a couple separate or something and the guy says, or the girl, whoever, says, I don't love you anymore, and the response is, you broke my heart,
Yeah.
that can be a physical thing for that particular person, if
Yeah.
that heart chakra has cracked.
When my guru passed away, I had the most excruciating pain in my chest,
Oh, wow.
and I thought, my heart is broken.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I thought I won't be able to talk to him, just talk. Physically, I won't be able to see him physically. I won't be able to feel him physically. It was really hard when he left. Yeah.
How long did you feel the pain? Like, I know you would still feel the pain, but not as much as when it started. Like, it would probably really painful at the start, and you had to heal.
Yeah, heal my heart chakra, and good colour to wear is green if you want to heal your heart chakra. But also, my life is dedicated to God anyway.
Yes.
So that also helped to heal. Because,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Talking about God, is there a higher form of love or truth or God?
Yeah, of course there is.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it important to love yourself?
I think so. I think you have to know yourself. In yoga we say, know yourself, know God. So you have to understand yourself, say, I've done it a lot of times, these are all your faults. There's a little bit of positives you've got. So what can we do to fix that all up? And, you've got a bad temper. Well, that's a definite no-no. How can we fix that? So I think you have to work on yourself always in life. Now, I'm in my 80s and I still feel I need to work on myself. There are times when I sort of drop my bundle, so to speak, in age and age-related illnesses. So you're always working on yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you have to respect yourself. If you don't need, love is probably heavy, but if you respect yourself and say, oh, you had that really bad happen. This is what contemplation's about. This happened to you, but you got over it. Very good. All this sort of thing, you poor thing. This has happened to you now, it'll be all right.
So, reflecting on what you just said about you're in your 80s and you're still learning, would you agree that when you stop learning, you start to die inside? Like, would you say that there's, when you're starting to think you know everything, is it downhill from there? Because I think we always learn something.
Yeah, I think if you think you know everything, you're a fool.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree. Now, I'm going to read out this next question, Swami, and then we're going to break it down into little chunks, if that's okay. Do you think love is an umbrella word we use to contain complex, often contradictory emotions? And if so, does our language for love help us grow spiritually, or does it limit us by making us complacent about what love really means? So let me start off with the first line. Do you think love is an umbrella word we use to contain complex, often contradictory emotions?
Well, contradictory emotions won't be love, will it?
Explain, please.
Well, what's the contradiction here? Are you in love or you're not in love?
Yeah.
You know, I think this is sort of a question about love by someone who doesn't understand love.
Okay. So hopefully by answering this we can help them.
I hope so.
And if so, does our language for love help us grow spiritually?
I don't think so. Even if you have to act. You can't, language is not going to help you. Reading novels is not going to help you. Saying you love this and you love that is not going to help you. You have to be honest with yourself.
So even if you have flaws, when you're honest with yourself, you can actually start to...
respect yourself and,
yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Does it limit us by making us complacent about what love really means?
I don't think you'd be complacent about love.
Yeah, love is love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you, and I say again, you've got to like before you love, because you can't just say, oh, I love you, but you've got to do that. But you need that your hair changed colour, or you left the toilet seat up, or some such rubbish. No, you have to like someone, respect them, like yourself, respect yourself, before love can come into your life. It can't come in otherwise.
So would you say, getting back to that question about is it important to love yourself, do you think a person, before they can like and then love someone else, they need to like and love themselves
Absolutely.
first? So once they feel that empowerment that, I'm okay with my flaws and I'm okay with, and as you say, you didn't use the word love, you used another word, but it's more about respect. Mm-hmm. Respecting yourself, that, I have these flaws, but I'm really good at these other things. And then you start to like yourself, and then as you're growing into yourself, you start to love yourself. Because I always think when you love yourself, that's when you can find a partner to like and then love.
Yeah, I'm not talking like yourself, like I'm
No,
fine,
not from an ego point of view,
that
just within.
Respect,
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take this on another level, Swami.
Yeah.
Today is a day of celebration of Guru Purnima, so happy Purnima Day. What does love mean to you on this special day?
I think love to me means, on this special day, my Guru, that's, for my Guru, I eat on that day what he likes, his favourite food. So first of all, I start with chai, and then I have chapati with honey and some yogurt, because he always liked that. And then I make up this vegetable thing for lunch with chickpea flour and things. So yeah, yes.
Nice.
I love my Guru very much, very much. When he was alive, I used to go to the ashram and be with him for a month at a time over many, many years. And always I started to become ill just before I left, because I was getting weak. I needed my Guru. I needed to have him.
So is that an energy thing, Swami? Like, is that an astral energy thing, or is it just a feeling of you're leaving now, or you're leaving soon?
I was pining, so to speak, I think. So part of me was I need to be fulfilled.
Yes.
And always when I was with my guru, I felt positive, like the two of us. It's really interesting because somebody once said, it was in a discourse, and they said that she shouldn't be there. She shouldn't be sitting beside you.
Oh, wow.
She should move away. And he said, she's me. If she moves,
Oh,
I
wow.
move.
That's a good response, actually.
And that is he saved my life. He's nursed me back to health. So, I always said from that day on, I owe him. And when, I was dying at that time, he actually was in the village, so there's not much there, and he got some mandarins and squashed them with his fingers and mixed it with glucose powder.
Oh, wow.
And dropped it into my mouth so that, because he said, we haven't got a drip here, this is the best we can do.
Wow.
Yes. So
See, that is unconditional love.
that is, yeah.
That's a really good example of unconditional love.
Yeah.
From both, like from him doing what he did. He never judged, he never did it, he just got you back to, good health.
Yeah.
After, and I know the story about you in that situation, nearly passing. And you start to realise this is just unconditional, and this is probably a good moment to bring that up. Now you've already answered the question about what would you see today with your guru. So I'm going to ask you, as a guru, how do you see your initiates celebrating this day for you as you being their guru?
Well, love. Bhakti yoga would be a good way of doing it, even if you have a day of bhakti yoga. And that's, chanting and meditating. Yeah.
That's good.
Be careful what you eat and drink, Yeah.
So talking about that for people listening that do want to honour that day moving forward, especially initiates of yours, what would they eat and drink on that day?
No, vegetarian.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So anything vegetarian is good.
Yeah.
And then just something like water, mainly for the day if they're thirsty. Yep.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us why love is so hard for some people, or at times all of us? Being loved and loving someone.
I don't think it's hard to love someone.
Do you think it's hard for that person to love you back? Like, I said the story to my kids that someday you're going to love someone, he's not going to love you or she's not going to love you. There'll be other people that they love you and you don't love them. And the journey is you find someone who you like and then love, and you're together and you share that journey together.
Yeah, some of that is lust love, isn't it?
Yes, I think it is at the start because, it's
Till
a physical attraction.
Yeah, that's right. It's what they call chemistry these days.
Ah, oh, very good. What does it mean to love somebody but be in conflict?
Then you're not in love with them.
So any conflict at all is not love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's something I grabbed when I did a bit of research, Swami, from the Bible. It just says, in Corinthians 13:4, love is patient, love is kind. How does this apply in our lives? Why can't we be patient and kind to each other?
Well, we can't because we are caught up. You have to sometimes let go of the trappings of this day and age or the 21st century. Turn your phones off for a start. Turn the television off. Just sit with yourself.
That would be too quiet for too many people.
Yes, I know. It would be frightening if that's the case. Then go for a walk.
Yeah, a walk.
But not with
headphones or anything like that. Just hear nature, hear birds, walk and hear the water. If you can walk along an ocean or river or something. Or if it's a park, you're going to hear animals like birds or something. That's actually a good answer. I like that.
Yeah.
The Quran also talks about love and importance of loving one another and acting with kindness and showing compassion. That's self-explanatory, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And I always struggle to say this, I've got to break it down, Swami. The Bhagavad Gita also mentions love as profound, selfless devotion distinct from worldly attachments. How
That's
would
what
you...
I've just said,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, just turn the world off,
Yeah.
and if you can't sit quietly on your own, then walk in nature somehow.
That's good. So you've answered basically 3 questions without me asking them.
Good.
When all these great teachers are talking about love, how can we learn to be kinder to each other, like each other's partners, children and work colleagues? Because I find in life you're more tolerant of a work colleague than you are of your children or your partner, because you kind of think, oh, well, I've got to work with this person. But they don't realise husband and wife or children.
You've got to work together with them.
You've got to work together with them as well.
Yes.
So why are we
change
more...
your attitude.
That's it, yeah. You've got to change the attitude, because we're more tolerant of people we don't know, or colleagues in other areas, than we are with our own families. So tolerance is... And the last question on love for me is, why do we make love harder than it really is? Why do people make it complicated?
Because they're afraid of losing control.
And then it does become love again, because it's a condition.
And it's the ego thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Now, what we're going to touch on now, just to finish off, is we're going to touch on conflict. So conflict resolution. Why is conflict resolution difficult for most people?
Because they won't compromise.
So people, I'll use this analogy, people need to win.
Yes.
They'd rather win than be happy.
There's the ego again.
And the ego kicks in again.
I'm good, I'm right.
Yes.
It's me that's right, not you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you're not right, well, you're dead, isn't it? So, in this day and age.
So how do we resolve conflict in family, as most arguments are emotionally charged, needing to be right, needing to be in control? And you've just answered that really by, basically,
compromising. If there's a relationship going on you've been fighting for a long time and everyone thinks they're right, I think the relationship's finished, isn't it?
You would think so.
So
what holds them together?
Money.
What do you think? Yep.
Fear of being alone.
Yep.
I think that's what holds people together. And you want to be in a situation where no one gets on, where there's conflict. Well, I tell you, there'll be no love. You're not maturing that love emotion. You're actually maturing that hate, that negative emotion.
Yes.
And every time you start yelling and screaming at one another, that's emotional. That's negative.
Yeah. Yep. So as you say, resolution and negotiating, and those words are pretty important. Absolutely. When it comes to any type of conflict.
Yeah.
So even the questions I've got leading on, they might only need 1 or 2 word answers, Swami, but I will kind of mention through. How do you resolve conflict in business or at work with your boss or even your colleagues?
You compromise.
And then how do you handle...
You may not be right. I know there's a lot of people say to me, oh, but Swami, really don't know how to run the business. I know. And I think, if a person owns the business and has employed you, they know more than you.
Yeah.
So do your job or find somewhere else.
I've learnt in business, in any negotiation, everyone has to have a win. So in conflict, as you say, if everyone is compromising, everyone's giving a little bit, but also getting a little bit. So the apple pie remains shared versus Joe taking a big chunk of it and leaving nothing for everyone else.
That's true.
And then, what tools or advice can you give those people to get back on track with a husband and wife arguing, or a siblings arguing? What is it? Take a breath? Is it?
Take a breath and think about it. Heavens, conflict. It's not nice.
So in that situation, if just say we'll say siblings, brother and sister are arguing. Is it best for one to have the courage or the strength to say, can we discuss this later, and walk away and then because sometimes it can be emotionally charged. So they're at each other. I'm lucky. The two kids I've got, they get on pretty well, the two kids. But I know someone from other families that they're always, and it's usually, without being rude, it's usually two girls or it's two guys. It's never a girl and a guy. It's two of the same sex. So what advice could you give, or what tools? Is it just to walk away and rethink or come back to them? Or is it just working through it at that time?
Both, really. Whichever is going to help the situation. The parents should know their child.
Yeah.
What would be the best for them to either, stop it and just go out and, find yourselves again and then come home.
Yeah.
Or just let them go.
How do teenagers or young adults deal with conflict, and how they can resolve it without losing friends? Because sometimes the younger they are, the more, not ego driven at that age, but more right they feel, or they want to prove a point, but they could lose friends over it. So how would be the best way?
You're going to lose friends. If you're young, you're going to lose friends, you're going to meet people to be friends, you're going to lose friends. That's all part of growing up.
So a season, a reason, or a lifetime,
yes.
They come and go, and some
That's
will
right.
stay with you for many years,
yes,
but some you might only see shortly.
Yes.
Okay, this is my last question, Swami. As the old saying goes, some people prefer to be happy, some people prefer to win. Why do people need to win in every conflict they have? How do we handle, or how can you handle those people in a conflict resolution situation?
That want to win all the time.
They want to win all the time.
My guru would say, these people are then useless for you. Just leave them and move on.
That's good. Thank you, Swami. We'll leave it there.
Thank you for joining us in another episode of the Teachings of Samata. For further information regarding these teachings with Swami Durgananda and the products, please check out the website below. To follow along with this journey, please subscribe for more. And thank you. We hope to see you again soon.